that it started with lots of gratitude, blessings, love, all that stuff, all that beautiful blessing to, okay, there we go. My internet went out. I always pass this one place when I'm driving, and it drops my internet, and so I should know better. I should know better not to start the live until I'm at the other stop sign, or stop light, not stop sign. Anyway, that's not what the live is about. But so this title kind of came into my mind is You're Doing It, But. And what this really, why this kind of came into my head was that I've been talking to some of my clients recently, and they're like, yeah, Addison, but I'm doing this, and I'm doing that. And they're like listing all these practices they're doing, and they are doing it. And I'm like, you go, that's awesome. Like, you rock, like, that's amazing that you're doing it. However, you're missing it. However, you're totally fucking missing it. You're totally missing it. It's not really having the impact because you're not doing it. You're not really doing it. You're doing it, but you're not doing it. And what do I mean by that? And that really is that, hold on, it's hot in my car. There we go. You're not really feeling into it. You're not experiencing it. It's like, yes, you can go through the step-by-steps, okay? Anybody can do the step-by-step stuff in our lives. And actually, that's not even true, because there's lots of stuff that I think those of us who are like high vibe and step out of their lives continually, which not everybody wants to do that. That is not what most people want in their lives. The average ordinary person like just wants comfort. But for those of us who are always kind of trying to grow and expand and move forward in our lives, I think there is this feeling of like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to put this practice in place, I'm going to put that practice in place. And sometimes what ends up happening is we miss the experiencing it. We miss the true point of it all. We miss the soul alignment of it, because there's lots of things I could pack my fucking day with, okay, I have to do this, I have to do that, and I have to do this, and I have to do that. And I used to do this all the time. And then actually a friend was like, pointed out my schedule to me, a friend that I share schedules, and it was actually a realization moment of like, yeah, I do pack my schedule. And it's not the packing of schedules, like I was very rigid on my schedule. And now, like, yes, I still pack my schedule. My schedule looks the exact same. It doesn't necessarily look much different. However, how I approach it looks different. It's like, no, I'm experiencing each moment. I'm experiencing what I'm doing. It's not about putting things on the calendar. It's about actually doing it and being aligned to it. There's lots of times that things get thrown other places because it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel aligned in that moment. And I think when we're doing personal growth work, the same thing happens. I mean, there's a course that I'm like an online course that I'm taking right now, because I'm always doing my personal work, because I don't believe in coaches not doing their work. I don't believe in coaches not having mentors and having other coaches to point out their own BS, because we all have it. And so I was doing this course, and there was one day I did it. I did all the journaling. I did all the videos on this one particular kind of assignment. And I got done, and I was like, yeah, I didn't really get anything out of that. And I didn't get anything out of that. And that was not my norm. Usually it wasn't that this course or this person sharing this course wasn't amazing. It's that I just did it. I didn't do it. I wasn't actually allowing my soul to open to it. And I see this with my clients and my online followers all the time. They'll be like, no, I did that online course that you did. I did it. I'm like, okay, well, what did you get out of it? They're like, it was good. I'm like, well, what did you feel on this piece or that piece? And they're like, oh, well, like, I kind of felt this. And I'm like, they're like, but I was doing this while I was also doing that. And so they're multitasking, which multitasking can be great sometimes, but when we are trying to grow and we're trying to expand and we're trying to make shit happen in our lives, multitasking can actually be our worst enemy. It can take us out of the moment. When we're multitasking, we're not going to be able to truly be in the moment, be present in the moment many times. Sometimes it can work, sometimes it doesn't. And so, are you really present in the moment with whatever you're doing? Are you truly experiencing your life? I can't tell you how many people they'll come to me as clients and they tell me that they're just really unhappy with their life. And they're like, but I have the job, but I have the 2.5 children, but I have the money, but I have this and I have that, and I have all these other pieces. However, I'm not happy. And I'm like, it's not about what you have. That actually has very little to do with it. It's, are you happy? Are you experiencing it? And they're like, I know I'm loved. I'm like, yeah, but are you experiencing the love? They're like, I know I have tons of blessings. Oh, nose ring out of the nose. Sorry. That's a beautiful moment for Facebook watching me pick my nose now. It fell out when I scratched my nose. Are you truly experiencing your blessings? Because there's a difference between walking through them and actually experiencing, actually feeling them, actually tapping into the sensation. A lot of times I'll ask people, like, what do you feel? And they tell me what they think. They're like, I think I'm anxious. I'm like, no, that's not a feeling. That's not a feeling. Thinking about being anxious is not anxious. And like, what does that sensation feel like? What does it feel like in your freaking body? What are you truly experiencing? Because when you tell me that you think you feel something, or that when you give me more of emotion, yes, we feel emotion, but there's a sensation that comes along with emotion that most people don't tune into. And in not tuning into that, you're not actually experiencing the emotion. You're not truly dropping in. And so if we stay in our heads with all of this, if we're like, I think I feel that, I think I feel that, I think I just felt loved. Well, you're not actually feeling it. So you have to drop into the sensation. This is actually really rampant with my clients that are working on their sex. They're like, no, but we did that and I felt it. And I'm like, yeah, but you didn't really tune in. You didn't really like allow yourself to be filled, because there's also an energetic filling that happens. You have to actually burst open your system a little bit to fill, to allow it to pour into you. And so you can walk through the details all you want. You can walk through that journaling stuff. You can do that, even exercise. Guys, I can tell you, I mean, from experience, I remember being much younger, 10, 12, 13 years ago, and like working my booty off in the gym, like working it. And nothing would happen. Nothing would happen. I was not in the present moment. I was not connected with my body. I was not loving myself. And I can tell you right now, I do a lot. This is actually embarrassing to admit, but I do a lot less in the gym now than I ever did 10, 13 years ago. I still do my work. I still work out, but I am not putting the pressure on myself that I once did. And almost handcuffing my own body. And so just experiencing my body, just feeling my body, just being when I am in movement, like really enjoying it and finding the gratitude and the blessing and the bliss and how good it feels to move my body, I can tell you that keeps my body in much better shape than it ever used to. So it is about experiencing it. It's not about the 1, 2, 3s. We are so stuck on as a society about the 1, 2, 3s, the check mark, got a kid, got a marriage, got that new job, got that promotion, got that blah, 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 blah. You can check. But at the end of the day, if you're not truly stepping into it, if you're not experiencing, if you're not feeling it, then you're not growing, you're not expanding. And all of those material things can be taken out like that. And just because you walk through do the course, just because you do the practices, doesn't mean you're actually dropping into the practices. That's the difference. So if you notice you are doing, I'm going to use the word doing, a whole lot, if you're doing a whole lot and you're kind of like reaching for everything, it's like you're throwing spaghetti, you know, on the wall and it's just not sticking. Nothing is sticking right now. Then look at if you're truly dropping into the practices you are doing. And I give you kudos if you are like working it, like you go, like that's amazing. So don't like hate on yourself or take that away from yourself. But just take what you are already doing. Don't keep reaching for more. Stop like, oh, let me try to find this practice. Let me try this. Let me try this. No, stop. Did you get that? Stop. And just really tune in and find a depth in the practice. Find some depth in things. And then once you find that there's a flow again and some movement, and you're like, okay, I get this now, then you can continue to expand. Then you can continue to try something new. Because in that depth, you are doing such a massive amount of expansion that if you continue to just jump from thing to thing, not really tuning in, not really diving deeper, then you're going to really miss out on a world of blessings, a world of lessons, and just discovering yourself at a whole new level and feeling self, because we can't feel ourselves if we're truly not in the moment and experiencing. So today, go out, experience, feel, really drop in, and enjoy the rest of your day. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. On a side note, I put this out last week and I'm still doing it. I'm doing free consults for anybody who wants a consult, whether that's a phone consult because you don't live in the DFW area, or if you live in the DFW area and you want to do an in-person consult. I'm doing free consults through May 22nd. May 22nd is it, guys. I will be putting my consult back up to its $150 rate that it currently is normally when you apply to do a consult with me. So don't miss out. And yeah, there won't be any extensions, and the consult has to happen before May 22nd. So you have this space right here. Step in. I've taken off your excuse about money in order for you to step up. So take advantage of this. Step up. Save the $150. I obviously can't talk today. And other side note, if you are in the DFW area, the wonderful Kendall Williams and myself will be doing Tantra 201 in Plano, May 18th. It is 5 to 8 p.m. It's going to be an amazing event. It always is. The energy is always quite beautiful. It is a co-ed event, and it is PG-13 only for language. There's no nudity. This is actually very much about connecting with self. There's a little bit of connection with others, as any tantric workshop is going to bring in a little bit of like energy of others, but there's no touching. This isn't a sexual workshop. We bring in some new techniques and tricks and elements that you can really weave into your life, and yes, into your bedroom, but this is not a naked sexual party of any kind. So come and join us for that workshop. It really is always beautiful and quite expansive. It is one of my favorite workshops to do, and so please come and join us. Other than that, you can find all my comings, goings, all the workshops, all the online stuff at addisonbell.net, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. Bye guys.